Okay, I may be in a very small minority when I say this, but here we go. So at this point, the main topic at hand when it comes down to the Flash TV series is of course the identity of Savitar. And just like whenever there is an evil main speedster within a season of The Flash, the fanbase is so keen on doing speculations on who the villainous speedster should be, and Savitar is no exception. Now when it comes down to the reception of Savitar as a whole, Savitar seems to be very lacking in comparison to Reverse Flash and Zoom from previous seasons. Now this mostly stems to the fact that Savitar is yet another speedster, and once again the TV series is doing the whole idea on the identity of Savitar and doing cryptic clues here and there. But I personally find Savitar to be a very interesting villain, because unlike the Reverse Flash and Zoom, Savitar is meant to be beyond human. And his speed is unlike any of the other speedsters in the Arrowverse as of yet, easily making Savitar the most dangerous villain in the CW universe. Now there has been many speculations on who Savitar could be, and many people think that could be either future Barry Allen or maybe it could even be Wally West, and so on and so forth. However, Grant Gustin himself has stated that the identity of Savitar is unlike seasons 1 or 2 where the identity is fairly obvious and is hinted here and there. But in Savitar's case, that it's going to be briefly hinted at, and when you figure out who it is, it's going to be someone that the audience hasn't even predicted. Now many fans have been dying to see who Savitar really is and are having their bets on who it could possibly be. However, with me, I personally want Savitar to just be Savitar. And what I mean by that is that I don't want Savitar to be yet another character who is very close to Barry Allen's life or anything like that, but rather have Savitar be his own original character. Because not only will that be yet another retread when it comes down to the main evil speedsters through previous seasons, but it just ultimately makes Savitar even less of a threat. Now I don't mean that they can't just reveal Savitar's real face or even his real name, I think that's perfectly fine, but instead of using yet another character who is very close to Barry Allen, or at the very least a character we know quite well, but just have Savitar just be an original character, or at the very least have a very minor character taking on the mantle of Savitar. Now the idea of Savitar is that he is meant to be the self-proclaimed god of speed, as well as being the very first speedster. So why not just have Savitar just be a human that has survived through generations purely because of the Philosopher's Stone? And while Barry goes back in time to figure out who Savitar really is, he stumbles across Savitar in human form. And then have Barry ultimately do whatever triggers Savitar's transformation, and after having a present Barry fighting against a newly formed Savitar, have Barry then trap the newly transformed Savitar into the Speed Force and ultimately save Jay Garrick. And that way Barry would think that he has ultimately prevented Iris's death from Savitar's hands. And so long as the newly transformed Savitar is trapped in the Speed Force, and that the team could do anything in their powers to prevent Savitar from getting released from the Speed Force, then they could ultimately prevent Iris's death from the hands of Savitar in that particular future. And at the end of the day, if they use an original character to be the identity of Savitar, then not only would he still feel like some sort of enigma, and that he still feels like the ultimate threat for Flash, then this could ultimately make Savitar stand out from the likes of Zoom and Reverse Flash. Savitar is still meant to be the god of speed, he is meant to be the first speedster, and at the end of the day, Barry Allen is meant to be the one who is responsible for the birth of Savitar. And the best way to do that is have Barry go back to the past and accidentally cause the birth of Savitar. But at the end of the day, this is something that I personally would want to see from Savitar. So who do you think could be the identity of Savitar? And would you rather have Savitar be his very own character, as opposed to rehashing from previous seasons and having been very close to Barry Allen? Comment below and share some thoughts. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Take care and have a good one.